want to see me turn into a Super Saiyan. Hello, internets. We need to talk. We need to talk about the things that piss me off about anime / manga. Manga. I call it manga. Whatever. Don't get me wrong. I love me some anime and manga. I've got a whole bunch of fun stuff here. I love Vegeta. I love Zoro. I love everybody. Not true. I don't love everybody. We're going to talk about some of the things I don't love, actually, today. Speaking of things I don't love and people I don't love. Point 1. Suzaku Kururuki. God damn. I hate him. Okay, we'll get there. So, Lelouch from Code Geass. You see him? You see him there? It's fantastic. It's beautiful. Love him. He's great. He's fantastic. Super fun. The show itself, wonderful. I love it. Super fun. I just recently binge watched pretty much all of it. Except for like the OVA, whatever. Okay. The show is great, the writing is great, the characters are all great, except one. There's only one character in that show I dislike, and a lot of characters do a lot of dumb stuff. Suzaku is the epitome of everything I hate in a character. Let's put his face here, I'm just gonna punch it. Okay. So, I don't even know where to start. Suzaku is a hypocrite. And there's nothing that triggers me more than hypocrisy and hypocrites. And it's just awful. And for the most part, I can understand different characters' perspectives. I like villains, I like main characters, I like good guys. I can understand them all. Except Suzaku, who's just a bitch of butt. In the first season, he's great. He's fantastic. I get his motivations. He's like driving for what he is. He's fighting for what he's fighting for. He's got his little trauma. It's fine. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. Euphemia dies. He gets all upset. My ears are going to fall off and I'm over it. Okay. Stop. Okay. So, you know what? Whatever. So, he has his thing. And then at the end of the show, he's face to face with the person who killed his beloved Euphemia. And what does he want to do? He specifically says, over the phone to Lelouch, he says, I'm something along the lines of, now I'm going to kill people. I'm okay with murder if it is for, like, this one passion, like, it's fine. And Lelouch is like, yep, cool. And they both know who they're talking to. They know. He specifically says it later. He's like, I had my suspicions, but I didn't want to believe. You know what that means? That means he knew, but he was in denial. But he knew. He subconsciously knew when he made that phone call and when he spoke to him. So when he ran into him, like, he takes off the mask. Well, he doesn't take it off. I think it gets shot off or ripped off. I don't remember right now. I'm too angry. So he, like, takes it off, right? He takes it off, and he sees his face. And you know what Suzaku does? He doesn't go, he doesn't do, like, the anime gasp or the... He doesn't do any of that, okay? He's just like, I knew it. He's upset. I'm upset. We're all upset. Lelouch is upset. Colin is upset. Everyone's like, oh God, what's happening? It's the finale. It's great. It's a good moment. It's well done. It's well paced. They're fighting each other. They're pointing their guns at each other. He's got the bomb. And then the show ends and you're just like, what's happening? Season 2 comes around. Season 2 comes around and he's trash. He's trash. Everything is just wrong. He had the opportunity to kill the person he hated the most, who killed his Euphemia. That was his whole point. Like, you kill Euphy, I kill you. You're a monster, blah, blah, blah. Excuse my language. What does he do? He's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna take you to your papa, who is like the worst thing for you because I'm an asshole. And I, not only am I not gonna kill Zero, like, I take him to his papa. Maybe his papa will execute him. Sure, that's what I thought. Fine. Not fine. He takes him, he takes him there, and then Papa's like, oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna kill him. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna not kill him, and then we're gonna erase his memories, and then we're gonna send him back to the place he was. And we're gonna put him in the exact same situation all over again, so that he could just turn into Zero all over again. I mean, that's not the reasoning. And I understand the dad. I don't hate the dad. The dad did it so he could find C2, so he could do his little plot of, like, dominating the Earth, whatever it was, the universe subconscious thing. I don't remember. Too angry. Okay, I know I said I just watched it, like, 2 days ago, but I'm angry, okay? I just can't. Okay. Alright. So, but like, what I'm upset about is Kururugi, Suzaku, whatever his name is. This boy here, excuse my language, is just like, oh yeah, that seems like a great idea. Let's not kill him. Let's put him back where he is. And you know what? Instead of me watching him 24/7, and I know that he does like involve himself with him between the 2 seasons in the OVA. I haven't seen it yet, so like, excuse me if I'm missing something there. But like, instead of me watching him 24/7 all the time, I'm gonna go become a Knight of the Round, and I'm gonna let this little crazy boy Rolo watch him. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. It's not like Lelouch's like a psychopathic genius. It's not like he's got like an IQ of like 2 bajillion. No. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He won't be able to outsmart us. No. And then he does because he's Lelouch and he's amazing and yay. And he goes and he turns back into Zero because C2 is also incredibly intelligent. Like, okay, Suzaku didn't know C2 was incredibly intelligent, but Papa did. So like, okay, you know what? This Suzaku portion is taking too long. I can do a whole video on Suzaku. He sucks. He's a hypocrite. There's so many times where there's a character. There's a character who's like, I don't remember who it is, but there's a character who says, don't trust Suzaku. He's just like awful, and all he does is like betray people whenever it's convenient for him. He just flip-flop sides. And like, whoa, when he joined up Team Forces with Lelouch at that one point near the end of the season, I was ready to kill him. That made me more angry. That moment made me more angry than when Euphemia started killing the Japanese. Do you understand? That moment made me more angry than when Sherry, or Cheryl, whatever her name is, died at Rolo's hands because Rolo has a problem. That moment made me more angry than any other moment in the show. That's all I have to say. He could die. Next point, because it's making me too angry, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Alright, next point. Vegeta. How I love, this is not a hate video about Vegeta. I love him. It's a hate video about Suzaku because he could die. But Vegeta, oh, the ending of the show. Oh, I forgot. Oh my God. Okay, one last point about Suzaku. The ending of the show is, what? What do you mean he gets to be Zero? He could go, I'm sorry, he could go die. Okay, moving on. Deep breath. Okay. Okay, Vegeta. Let's talk about Vegeta and why Akira Toriyama freaking hates him. I don't get it. I had hope. I love Vegeta. I think he's a great character. I think he's, if not the best character in Dragon Ball Z and Super. I'd say GT, but he's not in it enough. That's a problem. In fact, that's my biggest problem with GT. It's not Pan. Pan is my second biggest problem with GT. Not talking about that. We're talking about Vegeta. Okay. Akira Toriyama seems to really dislike him. I've read in a few like posts on the internet, which could be lies. I don't know. That he hates Vegeta, that he doesn't like Vegeta, he doesn't want the show to be about Vegeta. But I recall remembering when the Resurrection of F movie was coming out that he was like, oh yeah, I was gonna make Vegeta like the main character. Like he was gonna be the one that beats Frieza because he freaking deserves it. Have you heard this man's past? Hello? He was gonna be the one to beat like Frieza, and then he was like, no, I'm gonna make it Goku again. It just has to be Goku. Like, that's fine. And that's fine. Like, Goku's your main character, whatever. It's not fine. That movie makes me angry. Only the ending. The rest of it is fine. Anyway, so Akira Toriyama hates Frieza. I hate Frieza. He hates Vegeta. I don't get it. I had hope for, like, Super, where, like, they were like, oh, yeah, Goku's stronger, but then all of a sudden Vegeta was like, I'm as strong as you. For a long time, they were, like, even. They were leveling up at the same time, if not faster. I recall, this might just be a hallucination of mine, but I recall Goku being like, oh, yeah, Vegeta unlocked Blue, like, first. And then I unlocked it. I mean, it was like 2 minutes later, but like he did it first. And he didn't even have Super Saiyan God. Like he unlocked Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan before Super Saiyan God. It was very, like, how do you do that? Because you're amazing. You're badass. That's how you do that. Look at his little face. Anyway, I don't get it. I don't get why he doesn't like him. I'm really happy with like the way Super ended it with Vegeta so far in the tournament. I'm not going to say anything. If you haven't seen it, that's fine. I won't spoil that. But it does a good job. But the rest of the tournament was like, oh, look, a character that's not Goku? You get 2 seconds of them, and then Goku some more. Yay, Goku. Which, don't get me wrong, I like Goku in the English dub. In Japanese, he's just obnoxious. But I like Goku as a character. He was my favorite when I was a kid. Then I realized Vegeta is life, and whatever. But, like, I don't understand. I don't understand why Toriyama just... And why people don't like Vegeta. Like, what's wrong with him? He's the character with the most development. Like, he was a villain. He discovered people. He discovered friendships and family. He actually cares about his family, unlike a certain Kakarot, who kind of just does what he was. I mean, like, Vegeta wants to train, but if his wife is like, hey, come home, like, I miss you, babe, I'm sure he comes back. Like, he begrudgingly, like, pouts and comes back. But he comes back, you know? Goku is like, oh, yeah, Chi-Chi, I'm doing what you asked me to do. Okay, Goten, you do what she asked me to do, and I'm going to train in this field because my responsibilities. So, I don't get it. They write him so well, and then they're like, okay, but, like, he's not. Like his first confrontation with Toppo in the tournament, it was like, oh, yeah, everyone was so hyped for it. It was like, Jiren is the top, and then Toppo is the second. And so if Goku is the top in our universe, then Vegeta is the second, clearly. So let's have Vegeta versus Toppo. Everyone was really excited for it. I was really excited for it. And they're like, oh, it's going to happen. Off screen. You're going to see Vegeta and Toppo maybe exchange 2 blows. Someone gets someone else in a chokehold, and then they get hit in the gut, and then Toppo's down for the count. And you're just like, what just happened? I don't know what's going on. What? ¿Por qué? Why? I don't get it. Okay, so that's my point on Vegeta. If you guys agree, tell me. If you guys hate Vegeta, tell me why. Like, rationally, why do you dislike Vegeta? What has he rationally done to make you not like him? Like, you don't have to love him. You don't have to be a fangirl, or fanboy, or fan other. I don't know what you are. But, like, why don't you like him? He's such a good character. Look, we're matching. Aww. I don't get it. Like, he's developed. He changed. He grew stronger. He's worked for every level he's reached. Like, Goku got Super Saiyan God for free. He got it for free. I'm sure he could have only reached it on his own training, by his own time, but whatever. But, like, he reached it for free. Moving on. I've calmed down. So let's talk about something else that makes me extremely upset. Besides Suzaku. Killing off my favorite characters. So I have a problem, and this doesn't happen to me often, but if it does happen to me, I can't continue the show or the manga. If my favorite character dies, and I have a favorite character in every single show that I watch, if my favorite character dies, I will stop watching the show. Like, at that episode. If it's halfway through an episode, at that moment. Like, I won't finish the episode, I won't do anything. In fact, when Kekkaishi, lovely as he is, died temporarily in Naruto, I stopped watching until my sister was like, no, he's not actually dead, keep watching, and then I came back to it. Like, I will stop. So there have been a couple of character deaths that just drive me up the wall, because they could have been avoided. They could have been avoided. This is like the Wolverine death in the last video. They could have been avoided. So, for those of you who watch the show Gurren Lagann, or however you pronounce it, that's how I pronounce it, I have only watched up until, I forget his name, it's been so long. What's his name? Kamiya, that guy, yeah. I've only watched until he dies. Spoiler, he dies! I'm sorry if you're attached, everyone was. So, the show, he dies so early, like, I was so embarrassed. He dies at, like, episode 7? Something like that. He's such a good character, he's funny, he seems like the protagonist, he's good at his job, he's entertaining, he's cool, I like him. I'm not going to go into depth about how much I like him, he's fantastic. And they just do, like, a big reveal before his, like, moment. They do a big reveal about, like, him and the girl, like, being intimate, and his little bratty dust, stuck-up-nosed, snotty brother sees it, and he's like, oh, I'm jealous, oh, she doesn't love me, man, or whatever it was. That's what it seemed like to me. I wasn't fully paying attention at the time, because he's annoying. But, like, he got bitter and jealous about it, and then because of that, he fucks up his job as the fight is going on, and he gets his brother killed. But he doesn't. His brother, like, saves him, and he's like, oh, we're okay. And he's like, oh, we're okay. Like, you're injured, but you're okay. And then he dies because the other guy, like, drills through him. I don't remember what happened. It was very traumatic. But, like, what? It could have been one, if you weren't, and the worst part is, okay, I did watch a little bit more after that. The worst part is, literally the next episode, he finds his actual love interest. And I'm like, you could have been... Sorry, Vegeta. I'm just so angry. He just like... Why did you make such a big deal about it? Such a big deal about it to get your own brother killed. And then you have a new... You're over it. You're over it. You're good. You're good. You're like somebody else. Now you're just sad you killed your brother. I'm sad too. I didn't watch the rest of that show. I don't know what happens in it. I don't know if it gets better. People say it does. I don't care. I hate him. Not as much as Suzaku, but I hate him. He was annoying. He was bratty. Okay. Next character death that threw me over the freaking edge because I'm pretty sure I threw something at a wall when this character death happened. If you watch the show Kekkaishi, it's like a pretty like standard magical ability type characters who fight monsters. It's kind of like it had the vibe of like Sakura Card Captor. I don't remember if that's the name. It's been years, but Card Captor Sakura, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Like it's like a monster hunter type game. Not game. I'm thinking about the game. Type show. Where like they have to like hunt down little yokai, like demons, and they have like this magical power where they like do like this thing. I don't remember what it was. It was something like this. It was weird. And they like create cubes, and it was really cool. And there's not a protagonist, but like duotagonist. No, I don't know what they're called. Like secondary protagonist, who joins the show like maybe 5-10 episodes in, something like that. And he joins the show, and he's like a werewolf. And if you know me, which you guys don't at this point, not yet, but now you do, I love werewolves. Wolves are my spirit animal. I love werewolves, anything werewolf related, anything wolf related. If you are a werewolf in a show, you are now my favorite character. It's that simple. You could be a horrible person. I love you. I don't care. I respect you, and I understand who you are. But it doesn't matter. Werewolves, okay. Speaking of werewolves, Guts' little inner demon from Berserk being a wolf. Yes, I'm so happy about that. I'm excited. We'll talk about Berserk a different day. Okay, so character death bothered me was this wolf guy. So spoiler, he dies. I don't remember what his name was. I don't remember what his name was. But he's really cool. He gets like an egg from like the big baddie that like he can fester with like his rage. He's the kind of antisocial, my kind of character, you know, broody, angsty, Vegeta-y, maybe like what it's not necessarily a good guy, but he's trying to be a good guy, like that kind of stuff. You know, Guts, Vegeta, that kind of Logan, that kind of nonsense. I know that they're three very different characters, but like people who get it, get it. So if you get it, comment, I get it in the comments below. Anyway, I'm sorry. He is really cool. He's like fighting off this demon thing, and then like he decides he's like, this egg, I'm not gonna play your games, Demon King, and he like gets rid of it. And I think it hatches. I don't remember if it hatches or not. Either way, at the time, the main characters, which are a guy and a girl, are fighting this like huge villain they can't beat. That's like overpowering them. It might have been the egg that hatched that they're fighting. I don't remember. Either way, the wolf guy feels like he needs to help them, either because they're his friends, because he like wasn't there for them when they started getting attacked. He feels responsible. He's gonna fight, and he's got this brand because his wolf transformation is like a demonic thing. So he's got this brand thing that prevents him from doing it. They've been warning him throughout the show, like, don't do that, don't do that, it'll kill you, don't do that. And he's like, yeah, okay, but my friends are dying, and I'm a good person, so I'm gonna do it to save their lives, regardless of what it does to mine. So he transforms. He's fighting this beast. He's wrecking its life a little bit. It's also wrecking him a little bit. I don't remember exactly what happened. It was years ago. I've tried to block it out because it makes me angry. So either way, he's like dying. He's like dying. The bad guy is still alive, and his friends are like, oh gosh, he's dying. And they could reach him. They could put him in one of their cubes and protect him. And they're like, oh no, he's dying. And he's just like, oh God, I'm dying. And they're like, oh no, what do we do? And I'm like, help him. That's what you do. You help him. And they don't. They're just like, oh no, he's dying. I think they fight the bad guy first. They beat the bad guy. He's still alive. He's still like, oh my God, blood everywhere. I'm dead. Like, he's, you know, doing his thing, dying, but not dead, still surviving. And they're just like, they go up to him and they're like, oh, we should have saved you. And I'm like, okay, but he's not dead. Like, save him now. They're like, oh, we should have saved you. It goes on for like a good amount of time. Like, I remember it going on for long enough for me to be like, okay, but help him though. And they didn't. They didn't help him. You know what they did? They sat there and they cried and he cried. And I was like, I'm not crying. I'm angry. Help him. He's still alive. And then he dies. He dies because no one did anything. And to be fair, there's two people. I said there was a guy and a girl. As far as I remember, I could be wrong. Correct me if I am. Actually, like, don't. Whatever. I don't care. He died. But, like, if you'd like to correct me, feel free. There's two characters. So I'm pretty sure the guy who is the actual main character and the stronger of the two, he is the one who beats the baddie. The girl is standing there being like, oh, no, my friend / mild romantic interest. Oh no, is he gonna be okay? And I'm like, okay, but your other friend who's bleeding right next to you, help him, take him somewhere. What are you doing? What? Your giant wolf spirit? Your wolf spirit could carry him away. It's a fox spirit. Your fox person, have your fox person go get help. Go help him. No, he died. That show. Sorry, excuse my language. I didn't watch episode after that. And, well, I went on Wikipedia to see if he ever came back. He does not. So, I did not watch the rest of it. And it was a show I was enjoying. I liked most of the characters, and I was like, no, this is so dumb. I hate all of you. You can all go burn in the millions of anime hells that there are. All of them. Simultaneously. The next subject. Let me know if you want to know when your favorite character in a show, when the writers forget that they exist and they're part of the main cast. That happens to me all the time. We'll talk about that next time. Okay, if you'd like to comment about how much you hate things in anime, please comment about how much you hate things in anime. If you'd like to comment about how much you hate the things that I like in anime, comment that down below. I'll probably, I don't know, I'll do something about it. I won't block you or remove your comment. I'll probably just, like, respond. Like, cool, bro. I don't know, cool story. Let's discuss about stupid things in anime. Berserk is great. Bleach is great. Well, sometimes, not all the times. Sorry, Bleach. I'm sorry. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video if they're, yeah, sure. Okay, bye-bye.